Hi, I'm Dustin Nguyen. I'm from San Diego, California, and I'm a rising junior at Yale University. I'm expected to get a BA in economics coming 2018. Oh, it's the main reason was this summer I wanted to travel abroad, study abroad, do something productive abroad, and this summer camp was introduced to me via Yale University's email pan list, and so when I found that out, it was just a perfect opportunity for me to take advantage of. Camp so far has been great. I think we are halfway into group 4, and things are picking up with the students. The first couple of days was, I'd say, a little rough, meeting foreigners for me and them as well. They're also meeting foreigners too. But now we're all like having fun now. There's a lot of downtime and there's no more, I guess, ice to break. Yeah, definitely. I think because I'm from America, born and raised, and how we learn about China is that it's already very developed. So when I used the word developed with some of these students in the camp, they were a little bit surprised that I was describing China as a developed country. But that's just how we learned it in America. And so now the reality kind of changes in that I see there's still a lot of development going on in China. There's actually villages that you can see when you just go by, when you're on the plane coming here or passing through trains. When I took my train from Beijing to Qingdao, which was like a 6-hour plane, or a 6-hour train. And during that train, you could just look outside. You could pass by the villages and then the city and then another village. That's not something that you really learn about in America. Yeah, I'd say so. So I think my overall experience, I guess after camp is when I go back with the host family. I think it's a lot different. I think I do a lot of things that is different to Chinese culture, but I could just tell that because when I'm at the dinner table, I might do something, and then my host family would just start giggling or something like that, or the way I dress up or put my shoes on. I don't know. They think it's kind of funny. So yeah, that's a lot different. But other than that, I got into the routine of living with a host family. It's a little different, maybe more opening, less private. So it's a lot different from where I just live in my own dorms, just by myself when I'm studying. Oh, yeah. Well, my most difficult challenge in China probably isn't related to the camp, just because the camp has been really fun. The schedules have been great, activities have been great. I think the most difficult thing is when I go out by myself and I have some plans that I want to do by myself. For example, I like to go on like a morning jog every day. I feel like I'm not jogging in my own territory, as in if I get lost, I don't really know how to get back. Whereas when I'm in America, so there's a safety net. No matter what happens, there's always a way to get yourself in safety. If I lost my phone in America, I could just call my provider. They'd find it. If I lost it here, I would not know what to do. Who do I call to pick it up like out of the sewer if I dropped it in there? So I guess it's more of a psychological challenge. Me going outside to China, it feels different, and it still does, even though I've been here for a couple weeks now. I still feel a little. Well, maybe it didn't change. I wouldn't say my view was so changed, but more developed, because since I've never been to China, I didn't really have like a concrete idea of what China would be. So my idea kind of definitely developed each day as I'm staying here. I think definitely when I talk to campers or even my host family who's also applying and thinking of going to U.S. universities, I think what's missing is kind of the idea of a holistic approach to college admissions, and that's just something that is very cultural to America. There's quotes in American, it's like you as a person. It's always about you, not what your scores are. You're more than your test scores. They're like very common phrases, and I feel like culturally here, that's not the case. So when I kind of try to explain why people should do sports or should get more involved in their community, it's always with Chinese parents when I'm talking to them. It becomes more of a that time spent is now an economic decision. That cost of that time spent volunteering could have been at home studying, but that's not how it should be. It should be, you should be getting the knowledge. Once you get your knowledge, you should apply it with volunteering, sports, work, and time isn't just concrete like that. You can't just put a certain amount of time and just say you'll study all that time and you can learn as much as if you went out and actually did something. I feel that trying to befriend more cultures is something you have to be very active about, and that's very tough. And I guess a way to bypass that is, I would say, to do more programs like this, kind of enroll yourself in programs where you are actively enrolling yourself in the program, but then when you're at the program, everything is kind of facilitated. So it's a lot easier on you mentally, like pressure-wise, to meet new people, versus if you go to an American school, it's so hard just to come up to someone and say, "Hi, my name is blank." I cannot, in China right now, I cannot go up to someone and just say, "Ni hao, my name is Dustin." I just wouldn't be able to do that. So, but I would be able to do that if I was in like a program right now where I've just met a bunch of Chinese students. It's a lot easier for me because it's like facilitated. So that's just structurally how I guess people can meet each other easier. Oh yeah, definitely. So I was recommended by a previous, I guess, Yale alum of this camp. I totally forgot her name. I have it, but it's something I have to check out on my records. So I would recommend it a lot for someone who hasn't traveled abroad before or doesn't know what to do with their summer. It's definitely, everything is guided. For me as a foreign volunteer, I haven't had to think too much about where to go, where to stay. Everything has been planned for me, so that's been really good. Yeah, I would say please think of it as a very fun camp. As in America, the word camp, the connotation that is very fun, and maybe that's not the case in China. But as a foreign volunteer, I feel like we should all just be having fun, not worrying about, oh, how productive can I make this summer? Because that's what American college students are always thinking about. How productive can they make each block of time? It shouldn't be, oh, I'm going to come here, I'm going to try and learn as much Chinese as possible. That's not the case. It should be, I should come here, learn some Chinese, interact with the students, make some new friends, stay in touch with them after when I go back. I think that would be the advice that I'd give. I would definitely tell them that I was at a summer camp in China. And that just sounds way cooler, because everyone at Yale, what they do in the summer is either they work, an internship, or they study abroad. And then the word study abroad is it's very glorified, but also has like a bad connotation to it, because you're abroad, but then you spend 6 hours of your day after class just studying, trying to get that A in, you know, intermediate Chinese, 130, something like that. And that's kind of what the stigma is about studying abroad, especially at Yale. A lot of people will go abroad, but then most of their time is spent studying. But I don't want it to be like that for me. I've only studied a total of a couple minutes, you know, in my time in China. So I've been able to explore more than I think my peers have. Yeah, definitely. I think the fact that, because when I learned economics from a very American perspective, there is one class next year that I'm taking. It's called The Rise of China, which is like an intermediate economics class. And me hearing that, I don't know what it means, but now that I'm actually here, I can maybe assume what the course will be about. Maybe around every block I see, you know, a name and then securities. I see a lot of like stock companies around, and I'm seeing that finances or economics, that whole field in general, and finance in China, it's like it's like ubiquitous. It's like everywhere. Whereas in America, it's kind of very just concentrated in New York City, maybe very big cities. But here I see them just, you know, like stores on the sidewalk. You walk in. I'm assuming a lot of people work in those offices. They do their analysis in those offices. So it's a lot different. I would understand why the class has been called The Rise of China.
Great. I hope you will have a great time in China. Thank you so much.
Thank you.